This is ABTV, Animal Bites Television.
I'm here at a farm visiting some amazing animals, and what I have in my hand here now is a white-tailed mongoose, the second largest mongoose in South Africa. There's so many cool animals here. Just take a look at that little cute mongoose. That is an adorable animal. My name is Brian Barczyk. I'm no zoologist, just a guy with a passion for animals, and that passion often takes me on animal adventures around the world. This week I'm in South Africa, messing around with some pretty cool animals. You're watching Snake Bites. Well, it's our last day in South Africa, and it's always cool to check out other people's collection. And I got a call last night from someone local, Ahmed, and he asked me to come over and check out some of his animals, and he knew I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. We leave in just a few hours, but man, to get an opportunity to see such cool animals like this Phoenix fox, what an amazing experience. Now, the Phoenix fox are endemic to northern Africa, and what's really interesting about them are these huge ears. What you have to understand is they come from regions that are extremely hot, so they basically are desert-dwelling animals. And not only do they need those ears to go after their prey, but they actually are an opportunity to release all the heat that they get. You gotta remember, during the day it might be 120 plus degrees, and these big ears, that'll help them shed the heat. But just take a look at how adorable that little guy is. I tell you what, Phoenix foxes, that thing melts my heart. I absolutely always love, ooh, this guy's a little sketchy. Don't be sketchy. It's a Burmese python, and again, they're kind of food aggressive. Typically the Burmese are kind of the puppy dogs of the large constrictors, but every time I get a chance to see a Burmese python, it brings me back to when I was 15 years old, and of course got my very first snake, which is a Burmese python. I don't know, there's just something cool about the normals. You know, it's awesome to have albinos like my girl Sunshine, and all the other mutations are spectacular, but the truth is, a normal Burmese python, there's just something about it. Again, it takes me back to that nostalgic moment of actually spending the first night with this guy's kind of in a nest position. I don't know that I want that so close to my face, but again, it's just a little pup here, maybe a year and a half old. This guy's eventually gonna get pretty large, about 18 foot, a couple hundred pounds. Man, I love Burmese pythons, and it's just cool to be traveling around to other countries and see collections that have things that I'm so interested in. But let's not kid ourselves. I'm pretty much interested in everything. This next animal I'm about to show you, oops, get back in there, buddy. This next animal I'm about to show you is one chunky monkey, and you never know how these things are gonna react. Ooh, this one's a little sketchy. Hang on, I'm gonna come around this way real quick. Come on, come on. Oh, come on, blood python. Oh man, I tell you, blood pythons are always so frickin' sketchy. Don't you bite, don't you bite. Oh, there's just no way to get this animal without maybe getting a tag. So we're just gonna go for it. Oh, and take a look at the size of this blood python. Oh, come on, get up here. Oh my gosh, and the thing with blood pythons is you just never know when they're gonna fire up on you. This one is definitely hissing and making some noises, and I've got that kind of that snake bite chill going up my spine. Just before you get bit, you always know it's coming, so it's always fun. But take a look at that animal right there. Whew, that's a beastie. Now, blood pythons can get awfully large, and one of the things that's always kind of endeared me to them is that chunky body of them. I don't know, there's just something cool about that kind of really defined head pattern, and then that short neck, and of course, absolutely massive bodies. Wow, blood pythons. Hey dude, what are you doing? That is a cool snake. Check out my new buddy here. This guy's named Rango. He's a black and white Argentine tegu. And the Argentine tegus, for whatever reason, are much more docile than the Colombians. And every time I mess with them, I'm always shocked at how puppy dog tame they are. These guys are truly like little living dinosaurs. And Rango in particular, who is a rescue, is super docile. I mean, just take a look at this animal here, just kind of wagging his tongue, tasting everything, seeming to be so happy to be handled. I tell you, it is true, you know, tegus are very smart, and they can actually even be trained, believe it or not. So if you do food presentations to them, sometimes you can get them to come to their name and everything. These guys are super smart, super docile, and just amazing animals. This is one of the local monitors that are going to be found in the eastern South Africa area. They call them rock monitors here, but they're actually white-throated monitors. This guy is named Alice. I guess it's actually a girl. But you can see that it was a rescue and it had some burns on top of its head, probably being kept in a cage that's too close to the light. The one thing about monitor lizards, believe it or not, is that they love to bask, but sometimes they don't realize when they're basking too close to a light and they can get some burns. But fortunately, this guy is now being taken care of extremely well. White-throat monitors are really cool. They're much like savanna monitors, but they get quite a bit larger and they're actually as tame as savannas as well, which is pretty cool. I've seen white-throat monitors that are a good almost twice this size, and they're gonna be eater monsters. They'll pretty much eat anything that you put in front of their face. I just love the fact that white-throat monitors are as docile as they are. Unfortunately, you don't see them too often in America anymore, which is too bad because these guys are wonderful, wonderful animals. Take a look at this big old rat here. Believe it or not, this is a giant rat from Gambia. And although this looks like a really big rat, this is just a little guy, 2 to 3 months old. This is gonna get up to 4 times the size and are extremely intelligent. These animals can learn up to 400 commands. And believe it or not, the United Nations actually use these to sense minds. Now this is an animal I've never even knew existed, and it is so cool. Could you imagine a rat like this that's super uber intelligent, that's 4 times the size? Wow, that's pretty cool. I tell you what, this is absolutely killing me with cuteness. Take a look at these little guys. Of course, these are about 4-week-old servals. They remind me so much of little baby cheetahs. Look at, they're already so feisty, ready to whack you in the face, and they're already giving that little hiss saying, "Don't mess with me." But these are absolutely some of the cutest little guys I've ever seen. Oh, I'm just dying inside right now. Isn't that awesome? Look at how feisty they are. That's so awesome. Take a look at this here. You're not going to see this too often, where we have an alligator and a dwarf caiman that are cohabitating, which isn't really an issue. But the thing that's interesting about this scenario here is this guy, the alligator, it's the feisty one. Typically, dwarf caiman are really aggressive animals, but this guy here is actually a female. Look at that. It is absolutely tame. Again, typically dwarf caiman like this are aggressive as heck. If I was even touching it like this, it would just come around and just snap me. And just take a look at those teeth right there. You don't want to be on the business end of this one. As a matter of fact, they're so quick that even sometimes if you touch their tail, they can swing around and grab you that quick. But this one is absolutely gorgeous and super tame. Just take a look. I gotta be honest, I never thought I was gonna be able to get this close to a dwarf caiman this size and not get bit. Now this is a female and it's actually 9 years old, so females don't get much larger than this. I've seen them a little bit larger, but certainly not nearly as large as their counterpart, the normal caiman. That'll get probably another 1.5 to 2 times the size and pretty girthy, heavy body. And the caiman have the same attitude. They're just aggressive as all get out, and they can put up for some fun for sure. But this little beauty, the thing is so amazing. And I've always loved caiman when it comes to the crocodilians because they have one of that most prehistoric look with these really heavy osteoderms and those crazy teeth. Wow, I just can't believe I can put my face this close to a caiman and not lose a nose. How cool is that? Take a look at this beautiful animal here. This is, of course, the African serval, one of the prettiest cats, in my opinion, out there. And you can see that they have that kind of defense hiss. These guys will make all kinds of noises. And one of the things that's really amazing about them is the fact that they can jump so incredibly high. They're a little predator. They're one of the bigger of the small cats in Africa. And they are just absolutely gorgeous, again, almost with that cheetah appearance. And these guys are only about 5 months old, but they are absolutely amazing. What a beautiful animal. Tell you what, it's just been so cool to tool around and see some of these beautiful animals here. I hate to have to bring this to an end, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have, because it's been an absolute treat. And as always, I was Facebooking and tweeting my way through it. So make sure to follow me over at SnakeBytesTV and on Instagram at SnakeBytes.tv. Until next week, you've been watching Snake Bites.
Welcome to the Conservation Files. My name is Ben Desson, and for as long as I can remember, I've been incredibly passionate about wildlife and the environment. In this series, I'm going to showcase some amazing wildlife.
This is ABTV,